Good day. I hope everybody out there is having a good one. It's your first time to the channel. What we do here is we find new music by following people's suggestions rather than algorithms. This led us to find whole bunches of new stuff that we never would have found any other way. Genres of music, different regions putting out stuff that we didn't even know, places we didn't even know existed, putting out awesome music with amazing people doing things that I didn't even know humans could do. And there's just a lot of beautiful stuff. So if you're into finding new music and all that, you might want to hit the subscribe button because we got a ton of it here for you to check out. So yeah, take a look around the playlist. We got it kind of separated out good for you by band, by genre, by region, stuff like that. This right here is part of a genre of music that we talk an awful lot about here on the channel. If you have been to the channel at all, you know that we're big fans of flamenco, Spain, the music that comes out of it in general. But you know, most notably flamenco. It has a very deep, rich history. And we're talking like a genre of music that's older than this country. Now, we'll put that into perspective. We have genres of music over here that lasted, you know, maybe a decade at the most, and you know, think of disco and stuff like that. Imagine if disco lasted 200 and something years. I mean, I guess it's back in some ways with dance or whatever, but yeah. So you get my point, though. It's very an old traditional kind of music that has a lot of impressive moving parts. Now, and speaking of impressive, here's some impressive dance by ROCIO Molina. Am I saying that right, or is it ROCIO Molina, like Lucia? Is it ROCIO or ROCIO? ROCIO Molina, or ROCIO Molina. Yeah, doing some awesome dance. Let's just check this out. Oh, she's in a precision. Look at the you know what would be cool is to see somebody like Danny Carey or some brilliant drummers playing along with this. Look at it. Control. She's like got this posture I can't even like sit here and do. What he said? Wow. Oh, she came out of the box. Oh, we're going some Bulerias. La Tremendita.
Me emborracho con los cantes de pastora y de tomar. Y me muero cuando escucho ya Fernanda por solear. De Manolo Caracol que le puedo yo contar de los cantes del chaqueta. Soy que te canto perder el corazón al cielo en su memoria está.
Oh, I was wondering if that was metal.
Una niña tenía un reloj nuevo, potente nuevo modelo. Su novio se la ponía porque tenía el deseo de bailarlo.
Like the use of different surfaces. Very cool.
Su novio se lo pilaba y estándole registrando la máquina le partió.
Look at her, man. The control.
Y vio que el reloj se lo había partido. Dice la niña con gran alboroto como me presenta.
Look at that.
Una niña muy presumida que se la daba de gran potivi. Cuando salí a la calle su cuerpecito era un figurón. No tenía falta ninguna llaga. Tú te jorobaba ciega, ciega y sin oreja y unos nodillos en la cara. No tenía dientes ni tampoco muela. Tenía la barba sacada.
See those spins, man?
El vientre inflamado, baja de cadera y un brazo torcido y una pierna samba.
All right. That was awesome. Now, this was flamenco in its oldest form, we'll say, or its, I don't want to say truest form, because it's a music that's like graduated and become different things. So, saying that, but this is more akin to even what, talking to people in the comments and stuff, like stuff that you would see on the street. I was talking to somebody in the comments, they're talking about how they just came back from a trip. They were in Seville or something, and they, it was just being in that, immersed in that, whole thing, and how musical the culture is now. This is one thing that I really appreciate about the fact that, like, sure, we have music that, we dance to, or we have tap, or, even clogging, which is not like the clogging that you would expect from Holland. It's clogging. It's a different kind of tap shoe. It's a tap that flips on the shoe, so it adds an extra tap. It's, something that you have to learn, obviously, to really get a hold of. But the way that you could just have a singer and somebody dancing and it be music. Now, her dancing was a direct, part of the song. There was, she was an instrument in the song. Now, aside from just the awesome, melodies, grooves, and stuff that she was pulling out, the control with this stuff is I wonder if they hold like competitions and stuff, or like have little like like dance battles and stuff like that. I mean, I would love to see, because some of this, like, okay, just let's see, let's back up here. Let's see if I can find, okay, now this, like, how she, moves around, and she's very, she almost looks fluid, but you can tell there's a lot of core strength going on. She's got posture that a 2x4 would weep about. I mean, she's just, she can keep that whole upper body. And then when she does those spins, it looks like she literally turns her body around on top of her leg. It's just, I would definitely break something for sure. But this is like, this is the stuff that we see, like, now we celebrate a lot of the guitar work and stuff with flamenco, and, and rightfully so. There's been a lot of, brilliant people that have, revolutionized and, brought flamenco into this era and helped keep this being a genre that we are still talking about in the year 2025. I mean, you just look at the history and how long it's been around, and it's like, whoa, we don't have anything here that we could compare that to, because we haven't even been here long enough. So, I mean, really, so yeah, it's just, there's so much of it. But the one thing that I will always add is their ability to not only, be a visual part of the song, but as well as an instrument, and it's just there are much more, like, music is ingrained in their culture in such a deeper way than it is, like, say, in the States. There's other countries that come close in a lot of ways, but this is a perfect example of how a culture literally lives and breathes, their music and their heritage and all that. And this is a perfect example of that. And let me just add one more thing. This whole box thing, this, what is it? Was this, like, I mean, whose idea was this? It really shows up. Like, you can see some dents in the back where people have hit it, but it really, I mean, look how fast their feet are going. You can't even catch on a frame. Can you? It's brilliant. So yeah, and I love how she came out of the box, went on to that other wood, and then went on. So it's like the dance area itself was like the drum kit of her movements. And that's why I would love to see, like, somebody like her really, laying down a rhythm, and then, some awesome drummers like, well, Danny Carey just comes to mind, right off rip. But, there's a lot of brilliant drummers that I would just love to see, the interaction. I think that it would just be a very awesome thing. And I think that it would also really help, propel this genre in front of more people and show them why it's so important. And how, it has stemmed almost everything we know about music in a way. So, yeah, awesome stuff. Just way, way off the chain. Like, just, yeah, it's just brilliance. And, yeah, I love it. I love the way that they're able to keep tempos and speeds and timings and all that. It's just in their DNA. And yeah, it's unmatched. It really is. So, yep. I mean, unless you know of something, please let us know about it in the comments, and we will check that out and try to get it on the channel as soon as possible. We got tons more news, reviews, reacts, all sorts of awesome stuff coming up, so do stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe to all them YouTube things, and we'll have you all linked up as per usual to check out this and other things in the flamenco world. So definitely do stay tuned, and have a great day out there, everybody. Hope your day is going as good as it possibly can be, and we'll see you in the next one.